Coach Cal in the cut with a fresh cut, and we're gonna talk about how to not get cut from the lineup because you're not hitting. So yeah, it's hitter versus swinger. There's guys that go up there and just swing, and there's guys that go up there to hit. And we're gonna break those two terms down for you, and then your job is just to find out which one are you. Before we hit, we need to make 10 plays in a row, and we're about to start that right now. Because in order to hit, you need 3 outs. It's just the name of the game. So don't neglect your defense while you're working on your hitting, but still, hitting will get you into the lineup. Let's get this video started.
Beba, no sé nada de política, pero esta situación es ridícula. Pero no te dejes llevar por ellos y su película. No soy el antagonista de tus juegos, pero cuando veo tu película es un espejo. Si solo para entretener, pues yo estoy puesto. No me hagas el antagonista de este juego. ¿Quién juega juegos tú, mi amor? ¿Quién juega juegos yo? Vamos a bajarnos de la actitud. Si no es malo en esto, somos los dos. Yeah. Vengo ya, me dice que si después que me vaya. Me di cuenta de eso en la playa. Me enamoré de tus malas mañas. Wow, 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 wow. Mi actriz excéntrica. Sientes la química eléctrica. Una novela romántica. Quieren nuestra película. No soy el antagonista de tus juegos, pero cuando veo tu película.
You must make sure that you are stable, okay? Are you gonna be stable? Or are you gonna be jittery? This is you, this is you. Look at that. That's funny? Guys, I got a question for you. Hitter and a swinger. They're two different things, completely different things. What can differentiate a hitter from a swinger? Let's start with this. Let's start with stander. Let's say you grab a bat and you're a stander. Pick up the bat. What does that mean? What's a stander's plan? Let's not think too much about a stander. We don't want to be a stander. We don't want to be associated with standards.
Take every pitch.
Take every pitch for what? What type of result are standers usually looking for? A walk. They're looking for a walk. They're looking for something. They're looking for something free. They don't want to work. But we got to work because we worked in the sun. So it's only right that we work on Sundays too, or any other game days that you may have. Wednesday nights under the lights. What's a swinger? What's a swinger?
Doesn't care about
There are multiple kinds of swingers.
details, just like step swing. Like.
There's no cover. They're not covering the details. They're just swinging.
They just go to hit the ball. They don't have good feel.
They just want to hit the ball.
Swing for the fences.
Swing for the fences. That's another type of swinger. Okay, let's say they do it. Let's say they do hit, let's say 105 is the goal. They want to hit 105 and they finally do it. What does that say?
They tried. They're actually like trying.
They're trying. They're trying what?
They're trying. All they're doing is trying to hit the 105, not focusing.
And they're trying what? What's the difficulty? What's the effort level? The perceived effort level. They're trying too hard. They're trying to maximize how they hit the ball.
And you
They
can
can't
hit
control
farther
that.
with lower effort, which doesn't really make any sense.
Boom, look at that, 10-year-old just spitting knowledge. That's part of hitting. So they're focused on maximum bat speed and maximum exit velo when we should be focused on other things. So we pretty much covered everything a swinger does, except for one thing.
Yo, guys, could you raise your hand so I know who to put the camera on?
Do you think swingers know when a strike's coming? So do you think they're guessing? Do you ever seen a swinger do this? Down the middle. Oh man, next one. You ever seen that? Hitters focus on the moves. Boom. That's actually the first one on the list.
Dude, what did I say
Get to
about
the
raising
spots.
your hand?
I'm not gonna raise my.
Raise your hand. The moves, right? They focus on the moves. Now, if they're focused on the moves, what does that allow them to do? If they focus on the moves and timing the pitcher, what are they in more? You said it. Position, the spots. What can you do from the spot? By that point, the pitcher has just released the ball. What can you see? You already got into your 50s, boom. You're able to recognize the spin. If you're able to recognize the spin, what are you more inclined to do? Hit the ball. And what are you less inclined to do? What are high percentage of strikeouts? What happens usually? So if you're recognizing spin, you are less inclined to chase, which means you're gonna be in your wheelhouse a lot more and you're gonna be able to hunt. There are always, I feel like you know this one because we spoke about this when you were knee high. There's a word that I said once and you said it every week since. Intent. When you're intentful, what are you doing as a hitter? You're always in attack mode. You're always in attack mode because we have intent. We want to hit the ball hard, right? So always in swing mode. We're never gonna guess a strike over a ball. What else do hitters do? And they do it quickly. You both took the test, adjustments. If you need to adapt to the other side of the plate because he's painting you with fastballs outside, great hitters can do that. Hitters can do that. Not just great hitters. Hitters can do that. Not swingers. Swingers will just roll that ball over or just flat out miss it. So we're gonna have to be able to adjust. What else? Think about something that's out of your control, but he's there. He's there and he's there every game. There's two guys that are there every game. There's three, but we're only gonna talk about two. The pitcher, the catcher, umpire. The pitcher, we need to be aware of what he's got. So hitters know when a pitcher is struggling with his curveball. What they can do, if they know that the curveball is not there, what do you think a good hitter will do? Expect the fastball. Now let's think of the curveball a little more. What do they do with that curveball? Let's say he's not throwing it for strikes. You know he's not throwing it for strikes. Spit on it. Spit on it. Spit on it. You eliminate that pitch completely until he has proven that he can throw that ball for a strike. What else do we need to know? Let's think about that second guy that we spoke about. Who's the second guy again? Umpire. What do we need to know about the umpire?
His zone.
He has a set strike zone. He's usually calling consistent strikes to what he thinks are consistent strikes. So we need to play with that. If he calls high fastballs, do you guys see the Mets game yesterday? Yeah. When who was it? When the Mets had that nice little rally. It was like 2 infield hits and then some bombs. Mark Hanna hit a double. Yeah. Pete Alonso hit a double. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the umpire, he was calling this. He was not calling this. Did you notice that? Yeah, I did. So be aware of that. The last thing hitters need is the 6 laws of hitting success. You can catch that the next video, so make sure you subscribe. Don't miss it. Turn on your post notifications. Now, this isn't where it ends. There's so much more that you can add to your game, like film studying and tracking and just so much more. But these are all small things that you can start adding to your game today that's not like mechanic dependent, right? We're not asking you to start hitting the ball over a fence or in the air or anything like that. It's just little things that help you differentiate yourself from someone who just swings a bat. Now, we don't want to be someone who just swings a bat. Obviously, we want to be somebody who hits the ball hard and hits it against a high-level pitcher, right? That's what hitters do. You will start getting exposed a little bit more the higher the level you go. And that's just a part of the game. It's a failure-dominant game, so you're not really exposed unless you flip it around and fix it. So these little things will help you keep your mind locked into being a hitter. So it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of patience, and a lot of confidence to continue about your craft as if you didn't just go 0 for 4 yesterday. And that's the beauty of this game, in my opinion. It's the beauty of this craft. Now, before we are effective with our bats, we're gonna need the opportunities, and those opportunities come by getting 3 outs. So go watch this video, help your pitcher out, make some plays, and then I'll see you at the next one.